Welcome to the channel, my friends. Yes, I'm still alive, but that's not the issue. Today we're going to check on the babies of the last clutch that I did the Mandy Graziani technique. Some of them are not eating very well, so following the advice of my friend Ron Heisenberg from BBM Reptiles, he just reminded me of a technique that I could do. Of course, I'm gonna change the substrate and see if that resets them. Yeah, Merry Christmas. What I need to show you here is that the Super Pastel and the Pastel, they are eating frozen sod, although the ones with pinstripe, they are still not eating frozen sod. They're still on live, or the first meal that I provided to them, it was an assist fed. So let's check them out and then change the substrate. Alright, so here we have the Pastel Jungle. She's shy. And we have the Super Pastel Jungle. So I'll probably get nipped by them, but just to show you quickly, this is nothing new. People have been doing this for the last 20 years. Just to show you the difference between a pastel. So we got the alien heads with the little keyholes and the blushing on the top, slight blushing on the head, and we've got the super version. That means it's two copies of the pastel morph in the same animal, and there's a lot more blushing on the ridge. As you can see, it's way more silvery tones, a whole lot more blushing, and the head stamp is also way more blushed. These are two females. I hope they will be the first two to get established, and they're weighing around 90 grams, and probably next month I'll put them up for sale. So these little two pretty pastels, pastel on the left and Super Pastel here on the right. You can see the difference on the blushing and on the orange, the silvery tones. So they're still little ones, but they are very, very pretty exemplars of pastels and Super Pastel. Let's go for the Lemon Blasts. So here we have the two Lemon Blasts of this clutch. They're prettier than the father, in my opinion. If I can show you why. They have the line on the back is very well formed, very nice ridge, and is how do you say, I don't know if I can call this blushing, it's the pinstripe and pastel influence, opens up this bit of pattern, which is pretty cool. This second one has also a very good stripe at the back, but it has a bit more dotting or like the influence of keyholes. So in terms of colors, the one on the left is a bit more darker, a bit more bronzier, so that's like more pinstripe influence. The one on the right is a slightly light, in terms of color, it's a bit lighter, so it's like the pastel morph was a bit stronger on the influence. Let me see if I can, what I was saying, has a bit more dotting on the ridge, still has this blushing on the side, but a very good stripe at the back. Pretty cool. Let me see if I can open this one. As you can see, stripe at the back, really cool. And for comparison, the head stamps, they're pretty much the same. They have a very cool eye stripe and slight blushing on the head stamp from the pastel influence. So these are the Lemon Blasts, and the crown jewel is this stunner here. This is the Killer Blast, so that's a Super Pastel and a pinstripe. Two copies of the pastel morph and one copy of the pinstripe. So all the genetics from the parents came to be on this exemplar. Mother was a Super Pastel and father a Lemon Blast. So we can see the difference of colors. Compare, it's way lighter color, a lot more orangey tones, although the pattern is a bit more broken. It's really yellow on the ridge, good line on the back of the snake, and bit more intense and silvery tones on this blushing here on the sides. That's like the Super Pastel influence. And of course the head stamp if we can compare the head stamp of one of the Lemon Blasts to the Killer Blast. Killer Blast on the left has an almost whitish head, very bright. They will all be up for grabs. This Killer Blast ate one extra meal a couple of days ago, so is weighing 90 grams, and the two Lemon Blasts, they're weighing 80 grams. So I'm gonna change the substrate, put them into paper, see if that resets them into eating. Really pretty specimens after the first shed. So some are eating better than others, so their shed cycle will not be in sync, but let's get them established in the next month or so. Today is Christmas Day, hooray, 25th of December. Let's see their evolution in 1 month from now. And then alright, so this is the third one. Let's see if this technique of changing the substrate works and resets them into eating frozen thawed. Let's see how they do with that. Nice experiment, let's see how it works. Regarding substrates here in Russia, they like to use this absorbent paper. I call it the diapers because it's the same technology as diapers for babies. It's absorbent paper. They like to use it a lot. I prefer coconut, or in this case paper towels, to reset the babies, or for snakes in quarantine to check for mites. I can also use aspen or a couple of other Exoterra substrates for sale at the store. But every breeder in Russia, I don't know why they use this absorbent paper. Maybe someone started using it and they all started using the same thing. I think this is shit. So the mother is recovering very well. She's still a small female. She was 1700 grams just before laying, and after laying she was 1100 grams. She's now 1500 grams. She has regained her body shape, so to speak. She's not fat, she's not thin. So in these last couple of months she's been pounding food like crazy. So that's very good. Maybe she will be a smaller female, not so big as the others. It's alright, but I was happy. She gave me 6 good eggs, although one was deformed. That one didn't make it. And I think she's coloring up fairly well in terms of a Super Paso. She's 2 years old, and she's one of my favorites, my first ball python. So this bad boy here, as you can see, he's been roaming around in the front of the tub. He still thinks it's breeding season. Yes, he's and as you can see, the stripe at the back is not as pretty as the daughters that he generated, and is a bit more yellow on the side. But he's alright. He gave me beautiful babies. Let's leave him be, and I'm out.